Today, I am going to be discussing the best 55 plus communities in the Phoenix Valley that offer homes at an affordable price. Now, I am not going to rank this as which community can you get the lowest priced home, because that answer would be simple. It's the original Sun City. What I'm going to be discussing today is which communities offer exceptional value but at an affordable price. Like, some communities will offer newer or brand new homes at a more affordable price than you would think, and there are some that have really nice resort style amenities that are at a lower price than what you would think. And those are the types of communities that I'm going to be discussing today, the ones that just have exceptional value. All of the communities that I talk about here in this video today will offer homes under $400,000, and they're all going to have really nice resort style amenities and probably some features of the community that make them stand out among the others. Now, before I jump right into the list, I want to let you know that I do offer a free 55 plus guide and spreadsheet. All you need to do is reach out to me at my information on the screen. You can send me an email or give me a call and I'll send you your free copy. This guide covers all of the 55 plus communities in the Phoenix Valley, and it compares their home prices, the HOA fees, the one-time fees, the amenities they offer, their location, and just gives you everything you need to know about these communities all in one place, so you can really easily compare the costs that are associated with each of them. So just reach out to me and I will send you your copy. To start us off, we are going to be talking about Sun City Festival. This community is very unique in that it has some of the best amenities of all communities in the Phoenix Valley, but the home prices are much more affordable than most similar options. Right now in this community, there are 18 homes listed under $400,000, and there are a handful more of brand new homes under $400,000. Now, of course, these aren't going to be the largest homes being in this price point, but they're definitely not extremely small either. You can find plenty of options between 1,600 and 1,800 square feet in this price range. There is, of course, a reason as to why these prices are lower, and that is just the location of the community. It is a very safe, quiet, and scenic area. The problem is that you are about 15 to 20 minutes away from the main city areas of Surprise, where you'll find restaurants and grocery stores. So the nearest grocery store to this community is a 15 to 20 minute drive. Not having a grocery store in the community itself is a deal breaker for many people, but if you don't mind the short drive to the grocery store and restaurants, then this community is going to offer exceptional value for a newer home in here. And I do believe they will be building a grocery store out here in the somewhat near future, although there aren't any current plans for this right now. And not only are the home prices more affordable here, but you still get some of the best amenities in the Phoenix Valley. Sun City Festival has 3 clubhouses with multiple fitness centers. You have indoor pools, outdoor pools, you have restaurants, tons of sports courts. They have a whole center where they have just a ton of different pickleball courts. They have a softball field and even a woodworking shop. And this really is a very active community. There are a ton of different clubs and groups that you can join to get involved. And the scenery out here is also amazing. You are tucked right up against the White Tank Mountains. So from the newer clubhouse, you have great mountain views, and from many of the homes, you have really nice mountain views as well. And there is also, of course, a championship golf course out here, so you have plenty of access to golf. So ultimately, you really do get amazing amenities in here, and you have everything you need in the community besides a grocery store, and you're only 15 to 20 minutes away from the grocery store. So if that's not a big deal for you, it is a no-brainer to choose Sun City Festival because of the value you get. Next on the list is going to be the popular community of The Grand, which is formerly known as Sun City Grand. The Grand currently has 43 homes listed under $400,000, and most of them are going to be between 1,200 and 1,500 square feet, but there are a few options up to 1,800 square feet. The Grand is in a great location in Surprise. It is a very safe spot, and you have extremely easy access to the nearby freeways, grocery stores, and a ton of different restaurants. The Grand is also a pretty quiet location, although you are surrounded by a few different communities, so it gets a little busier in here. So it's not quite as quiet as a community like Sun City Festival, and you also don't get the mountain views that you would get in Sun City Festival. The Grand is going to have very expansive amenities. They have 2 large clubhouses here with fitness centers. They have restaurants. They have sports courts, indoor pools, outdoor pools, tons of different clubs you can join. They really have everything you could ask for here in the Grand. And if golf is your #1 priority, then Grand is one of the best options because it has 4 golf courses right there in the community, and there are a ton of other courses in the surrounding communities like Sun City in Sun City West. Now, the amenities in Sun City Grand are very expansive and you have everything you could need, but they're not quite the level of luxury as a community like Sun City Festival, for example. Now, of course, there are a few issues with the Grand which lead to the home prices being a little bit lower, and the biggest of those issues is that the homes are just a little bit older. The Grand was built between 1996 and about 2007, so almost all of the homes in here are pushing 20 years old, and some of them are even older than that. You will find some homes in here that have been updated and they're a little bit more modern, but there are many of them that will need a bit of refreshing after 20 years. That is the biggest difference between the Grand and Festival. In the Grand, you get a more convenient location, but you are going to get an older home, whereas in Sun City Festival, you get a newer home, but a less convenient location. The other negative that I often hear about the Grand is that it is less active than some of the other newer community options. Now, don't get me wrong, the Grand definitely has the infrastructure to allow for a very active lifestyle. They have a ton of different clubs and everything you can join to get involved, but from what I hear, the residents just don't seem as active in this community for some reason. Of course, there are going to be plenty of active residents in this community like there will be in all communities. I just wanted to point this out so you're aware. So if you love golf and need a more convenient location but don't mind having a bit of an older home, then the Grand is going to be a great option under $400,000. Next on my list is a community that many people have never even heard of, and that is going to be CantaMia in Goodyear. CantaMia is a smaller guard-gated community located in Goodyear, and it's made up of just 1,700 homes. Being a smaller community, there aren't going to be as many options to choose from in CantaMia. For example, right now there are only 7 homes listed under $400,000 here in the community. Most of them are going to be between 1,200 and about 1,600 square feet. So there aren't a ton of options here, but you will be able to find some. And the biggest thing is that they are going to be newer homes. CantaMia was started in 2010. So the oldest that homes are is about 15 years old, and many of them are even newer than that. They're still building brand new homes here in CantaMia, and you can find them at a pretty affordable price. You can get close to that $400,000 range for the new homes. CantaMia is located in far south Goodyear in a larger master planned community called Estrella Mountain Ranch. This means that there are grocery stores and restaurants and a lot of different infrastructure right there in the community. CantaMia and Estrella Mountain Ranch as a whole are highlighted by their community lakes, and in CantaMia there are many homes that are actually right there on the lake, and you can find them at a really reasonable price. Being a smaller community, there is only going to be one clubhouse here, but it's going to have pretty much everything you need. They will have the community pools, the fitness center, the sports courts. They have an art studio, a bunch of club meeting rooms, and a restaurant there as well. Now, I keep comparing these communities to Sun City Festival, but the luxury level is not quite as high in CantaMia as it would be in Sun City Festival. So if you're looking for high-end resort-style amenities, CantaMia might not be the best option, but the amenities are still very nice and they have everything you need. But if you're looking for more of that resort style, then I would kind of push you a little bit more towards Sun City Festival. As with all of these communities that we're discussing, there are some negatives. And the first one that we're going to discuss is that there is no golf course right here in CantaMia. Now, there is a golf course about a 5 to 10 minute drive away in Estrella Mountain Ranch. So it's not like you have no golf options out here. It's just not right here in this community. So if golf is the number one thing for you, then CantaMia might not be the best option. The other downside is that while this community's location is fairly convenient for day-to-day life like restaurants and grocery stores, if you have to go into Phoenix or to the airport or out to Scottsdale very often, then it's going to be quite a bit of a drive. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes just to get from CantaMia to the highway, and then another 15 to 20 minutes to get to the downtown area. So it's not terrible, but it's definitely not a super convenient location if you have to go there a lot. So if you're looking for a newer home under $400,000, but Festival was too far out for you and didn't have the convenience factor of the grocery store, then CantaMia is going to be a good option to look for because you do have all of those conveniences right there in the community itself. As you can see, you do not have to sacrifice the resort style luxury living for these 55 plus communities here in Arizona to stay at an affordable price point. You can find so many great communities under $400,000. You just may have to sacrifice a little bit of convenience or maybe get into a little bit of an older home. I am a realtor here in the Phoenix area, and I was born and raised here, so I have a ton of knowledge about the different areas, and I do a lot of work in these different 55 plus communities. So if you have any questions or you would like community suggestions based on your criteria, don't hesitate to reach out anytime. Also, send me a quick email and I will send you the free 55 plus community guide and spreadsheet. It is going to make your life a lot easier in comparing these different communities and all of the different fees and home prices that they have there. And as always, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you found the information helpful. I'll see you at the next one.